good people? Week 3. Start Bench Show begins right now.
This is the Fantasy Football Show with your host, Smitty.
Top 5 running back. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.
I'm Smitty.
Take a lap.
Hi everybody, my name is Smitty. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show, and we are here to do your start bench advice. Take your questions, talk about trades. What on earth could we concoct and come up with for your rebound, your week 3 rebound on? You lost McCaffrey, you lost J.K. Dobbins, ETN, maybe you invested early in Mike Thomas. Whatever the case may be, I'm here to try and help you navigate the trade waters, the start bench advice waters. You know it. I'm sorry I'm a little late tonight, but we are here. We're doing it live, and let's get to it. Keenan Allen and Clyde. Actually, no, let's do rapid fire. Let's do rapid fire. Rapid fire. Here we go. Nick, glad to have you. Overcome, glad you're here. Devin says CH or Galladay full PPR. I'm going to go CEH. What's up? What's up, Silver? What's going on? Sutton or Juju? Give me Sutton. Sutton earned it. He earned it. Would you trade Gaskin for James Robinson? I would rather have Gaskin, to be honest. Let's see what happens with this Miami offense in week 3. What's going on, Blackbeard? What's up, Claudio? Herbert, outlook, rest of the season. I think he's going to be a top 5 quarterback is what I think. Keenan Allen already answered that one. Galladay or Claypool. Give me Claypool with Deontay out. What's up, Steven? Clyde or Javonte? Javante's, I think, safer. Clyde's got that upside, but comes with a bunch of risks. But give me Javonte. Amari Cooper, outlook this week. Assuming he's healthy and good to go. 80 yards and a touchdown, I'd say, is about right. Gronk or Sermon at the flex. Probably give me Gronk for safety, but Sermon if you're interested in a high-risk, high-reward proposition. Smitty, I'm sending you a voicemail question, bro. Okay, let's load up the voicemails. Let's do it. Right here, this is the IG account that you will be dropping your voice message in. All you have to do, let me see if I have this text anywhere, so I don't have to retype it. I think I got to retype it. So leave a voice message on my IG at. Let me put that right above. So go ahead and drop your voice message right here, and I will get to you. I think those are the voice messages piling through. Actually, no, let's leave the sound on. Let's leave the sound on so we can hear them flow in. And I know when I'm fully loaded, I got a full tank of voicemails waiting for me. Okay, CMC update. Let me pull up the news and see what's what in case anything's breaking right now. Let me do some housekeeping. Click on that. Okay, we're good to go. Let's roll. Newswire. We got Trey Sermon. He's been great all week was the previous report. That was a little bit ago. That's not fresh. That was earlier in the night, in the evening. Trey Sermon looks like he's in for a 12, 13, 14 carry game. Tevin Coleman been ruled out for week 3. You know what that means? That means we're going to see a whole lot of Michael Carter. This would be the time to not only grab Michael Carter if he's available in your league, check your waiver wire, make sure Michael Carter isn't sitting on waivers, but Michael Carter might be a good guy to get thrown into a deal. So if you're working a deal right now, check out the roster of the owner you're working with and see if they got Michael Carter and just throw him in. Because Michael Carter could be a running back savior for a lot of people that are in trouble at running back and they're trying to figure out and cultivate a good running back option down the road, or in the next couple weeks. Javonte Williams, Michael Carter. Rookies always perform. Let the voicemails flow in. That's from Silver. I see that from Silver Rapture, leaving a voice message. If you want your voice message played on this show right now, you're going to go to my Instagram, The Fantasy Football Show, and you're going to click on DM Smitty, or click on my profile and hit message, and hold down the microphone and leave yourself a nice little voice message, which we're going to play here on the show in a minute. We're doing news, though. We're doing news real quick. Elijah Mitchell, doubtful. So it will be Trey Sermon. Lamar Jackson, illness is questionable for week 3. We don't know if this is a COVID situation. It looks like right here. Close contact potentially as well. We'll have to wait and see how this is. But he's questionable right now. Not good. Not a good look for the Baltimore Ravens if he can't make it. I'll stay on top of that for you, though. We'll have more on that tomorrow. I'm pretty confident. DeAndre Swift, groin is questionable for week 3. Like last week, Swift was limited in every practice and was expected to play, and he did. So, and unless we hear otherwise, I'm pretty sure we're looking at DeAndre Swift playing unless we have some kind of setback. Josh Jacobs is doubtful for week 3. Like last week, early down work will be replaced by Peyton Barber. Kenyon Drake will be mixed in. We don't know what we're going to get. Probably more of an avoid than anything, unless you're desperate at running back. Then Drake is a decent option. But Peyton Barber might get the work, It's tough to know. Deontay Johnson will not play week 3. That means it's Claypool time. It's Claypool season for at least a week. And Claypool has a whole lot of, I think, production slated for you in week 3 if you have Claypool. Pretty hard to bench him unless your options are really, really, really good. T. Higgins is doubtful. That means fire up Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is going to be, not that you're not going to fire him up anyway, but he could be in for like a 2 TD game. Darnell Mooney is questionable, which is a shame. We want him to get his first action with Fields under center as a starting quarterback entering the game, and I think Mooney's gonna have a big year if he can remain healthy. Darrell Henderson, ribs will be a game time decision. Check with me Saturday night, tomorrow night. Maybe we know more, maybe we don't. Game time decision usually means on game day. We're gonna find out, right? But you never know. We could learn a little bit early. As for Christian McCaffrey, the last piece of news we'll delve into before we get to voicemails and a little bit of rapid fire, maybe right before voicemails. Christian McCaffrey, this is the report. Let me put it on screen so you guys can all see it with your own eyeballs. This is the latest news on CMC. The man, the myth, the legend, the 1.1 in virtually every single fantasy football draft. Christian McCaffrey hamstring is expected to miss a few weeks. Rappaport said that Panthers aren't considering placing McCaffrey on the injured reserve. They're not. That, of course, could change as the team evaluates the hamstring injury CMC picked up Thursday night against the Houston Texans. Rookie running back Chuba Hubbard led Carolina with 11 rushing attempts and 3 receptions, and he did look good. I saw some people and some chatter talking about how, what's up, media? Talking about how Chuba didn't look great or Chuba was okay. Chuba looked good, and he looked trusted, and he looked like he's pulling in receptions at a high level. And he's the PPR guy. Like, Chuba Hubbard is the PPR guy. It's not Freeman. Freeman may vulture some rushing touchdowns. He could get some work up the middle, up the gut. But Chuba Hubbard's specialty in pulling in passes and being that Christian McCaffrey replacement is going to lock him in, as long as he's healthy, into a huge role moving forward. This is Mike Davis 2.0, but probably a little bit better because Chuba's more elusive. He's an excellent pass catcher. Like, Chuba Hubbard could average what McCaffrey averages in the air. Maybe he's not as good up the gut and up the middle, but I think Chuba Hubbard could replicate Christian McCaffrey's receiving totals mixed with a lesser version, a watered down version of what McCaffrey would do on the ground. So a little less rushing touchdowns, a little less yardage, but some major PPR work. And per start, top 10 running back numbers are not out of the cards or out of the question for Christian McCaffrey's replacement, Chuba Hubbard. Number one priority on waiver wires, Chuba Hubbard, without hesitation, without equivocation, without stuttering, without anything that represents any kind of stutter, step, or stop or pause. No, it is Chuba Hubbard time, and you need to make sure you grab him. Why is he not already on your roster? If you have watched the show, you know he's one of the super handcuffs in the NFL that needs to be owned, needs to be grabbed, needs to be cuffed, needs to be stashed. But if you're in a league where your benches are pretty small, I understand. Very few leagues I'm in where my bench was so small that I left him out there, but there was one out of my 20 leagues that he was left out there, even by me, because we had like 4 or 5 bench spots. It's like so hard to manage week to week, especially with injuries hitting that team. It happens, but Hubbard, for me, would be a 100% load drop of fab on Chuba Hubbard. Complete 100% load drop, fellas. There's no way I'm not dropping every bit of my fab, as long as you can pick up free guys throughout the week on like Fridays, Saturdays, whatever. If you don't have to allocate a single dollar to every transaction, as long as you're not in some weird league, I'd literally drop the entire wad on this man. What else are you going to do? What are you going to wait for? What player is going to come along that's got more upside than Chuba Hubbard, replacing Christian McCaffrey, even if it's watered down, replacing Christian McCaffrey volume? How could you not see that as worth dropping the wad of fab cash right on that man's doorstep and sign him to your team for a 3, 4, 5 week deal? Okay, so 27 thumbs up. Terry, get on that. Where are the thumbs up? Punch it. It helps the channel. Let people know what's going on. We do need to go on Instagram and let people know that we're live. So let me copy this link and let's do a quick Instagram post real quick. So let me go over to the video, click on the live stream, hit pause so you don't hear me talking, hit share, grab said link, open up Instagram, swipe. There we go. We're going to do an Instagram story post. Ready? What's going on, everybody? I'm currently live. Right now, I'm live streaming on YouTube. Click the link right here and join us. We'll be doing Q&A, start bench, news, you name it. Click right here. Go. They call me One Take Willie, is what they call me. Let me insert this link here and paste that and post it. That way our Instagram peeps know where we're at, know what we're doing, know what we're up to, and can jump in here and join us. That is posted. Time to get to voicemails after I do a real quick rapid fire with all of you right here. So ask your question. We'll do 5-10 minutes of rapid fire. Go ahead and drop your voicemails right here. Go to Instagram, The Fantasy Football Show. Click on my account, click message, drop me hold down the microphone, leave me a voice message, and we'll hear them come filing in as you leave them. Rapid fire. Ready, set, go. Thank you, Rockout. Appreciate you. Smitty, Sermon or Damian Harris? Look, you got to go Damian Harris. He's a volume hog right now, and he's a great start. He's a great sell high, though. I don't know that I trust Damian Harris for the long term. It feels a little bit like the 49ers in terms of their running backs and how it rotates eventually. I get rid of Damian, but you start him this week. He's fantastic. Okay? Chase Claypool or Rondell Moore? God, that get them both in your lineup this week. Claypool feels like he's got to be started, but how do you sit Rondell Moore? After last week? I don't know that I could sit Rondell Moore. Chat, let's give Lightning Films some love on this. Make it rain. There's a voice message. Boom. Another one piling up. Make it rain. Give this man an answer. Chase Claypool or Rondell Moore. Which one are you rolling with? Lewis with the super chat. Lewis, thank you so much, pal. He says 12 team full PPR. He's got T. Murray. Who's T. Murray? That's got to be Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, Barkley, Clyde, Najee Harris, Javonte Williams, Cooks. Or no, yeah, is it Cooks, Woods, Myers, Thomas? I'm 0-2. Any ideas on this team? I would probably try and trade Barkley for a wide receiver. You got to act now, though. You have literally, I did a video on it tonight, 4 or 5 wide receivers that are top 5 wide receiver talents that are being devalued and valued well below top 5 wide receiver rankings and valuations. We're talking about Diggs. We're talking about Justin Jefferson, DK, AJ Brown. Go get one of these guys for Barkley. You could probably get a little more. Take a look at the owner's roster. What kind of running back can you get back? Can you get I know you got Javonte Williams already on your team, but that kind of player, that kind of player is somebody I'd attack. You already have Clyde. I'd attack Clyde too, but can you get a Justin Jefferson and something for Barkley and roll with Najee Harris and eventually Javonte Williams? I believe you could bank on it. In one or two of your teams, I would let my team ride on the fact that Javonte will carry it eventually. And you know what? If I'm wrong, it was a fun ride. And Javonte was worth gambling on to potentially be that guy. I honestly believe that. I'm willing to put multiple teams on the line. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If Javonte gets hurt, I can't help that. If Javonte doesn't ever get trusted and they keep rolling Melvin Gordon out there for another 15 weeks, I can't control that. But what I do know is Javonte's got the upside. The red flags are not there for me. The only red flag at all is that Melvin Gordon is sitting in his way, an older running back that averages like 3.9 yards per carry, that needs a lot of volume, that's sharing carries with a running back that's going to look better than him time and time again. It's a matter of time before Javonte gets into the lineup. You've got Murray. You've got Najee. You've got Clyde as your flex. You can put Javonte eventually in there as your running back too. And if you get yourself a Justin Jefferson, then you've got this better dynamic going on. Try and get more. You can certainly get more, but I'd trade Barkley if I'm you. Or you could trade Clyde and Cooks, or Clyde and Myers, Clyde and someone. But I appreciate you, Lewis, for dropping the super chat. Super chats will always take priority, so if I miss one, let me know. Yell at me. Say, Smitty, there's a super chat. Sometimes the chat goes so fast that they pile in and the super chat just goes boom right up and I don't see it. So it's not me ignoring it. Reese says pick 3. Allen, Woods, Scary Terry. You got to put Terry. Don't even contemplate not picking Scary Terry. So you mean pick 2. No, you have Keenan Allen. You mean pick 1. Scary Terry, Keenan Allen, get him in your lineup. You don't bench your studs. The question is, do you start Sutton? Do you start Rondell Moore? Do you start Mike Williams or Woods? Good Lord, that's a tough dilemma each and every week. I don't know how you're going to deal with that each week. Am I crazy to like Rondell Moore? Chat, make it rain with your answer for good old Reese. Let him know what you think. And if he's going to pick 3, who does he start next to Keenan Allen and Scary Terry? Because those are locked and loaded. Is it Rondell? Is it Sutton? Is it Mike Williams? Drop it for your man Reese. Let's help him out. 103 people in here, only 38 likes. Bring it, says Terry. That is kind of a crazy ratio in here on a Friday night. 38 likes. Punch it. It literally, it's so simple. Just hit it. Help your man Smitty. Helps my channel. Helps us grow. The more I grow, the more content, the longer content you're going to get, the more content you're going to get. It's going to get amazing in here. The more I grow, the more I can replace these failures right here in fantasy. Like, honestly, does anybody noticed? Okay, we knew they busted last year. Lamar's doing all right. Lamar's sitting here so far, but it's not good that Lamar's on this wall. You should probably trade Lamar because he's up here. I'm just letting you know right now. If you believe in superstition at all, Lamar's not in a good place. This is not a good look for Lamar. Christian McCaffrey, back to his old tricks for us up here. Captain America, I don't know how much you've followed Captain America or know what happens to his storyline. I'll be quiet and not try and spoil anything. He's not, being up here is not a good look for him. Mike Thomas has been sitting on the pine for a while. And Barkley, who knows what happens. My guess is this wall either rebounds hardcore behind Barkley, Mike Thomas, Christian McCaffrey, and Lamar, or the wall is cursed and completely cursed, and I've got to get new players up on there for 2022. I'm not liking that look. Javonte Williams, James White, give me Javonte. Mike Williams says Snowman for that earlier question. Hey, Smitty, Sterling Shepard, Rondell Moore, Mike Williams. Give me Rondell Moore. Javonte, Drew. Go with Williams. Drew Down says Javonte or Marvin Jones. Look, anything can happen. I could go ha 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 Marvin Jones over Javonte. Not on my watch, but Marvin Jones has been pretty good. And anything can happen. So, trust your gut. My gut says go Javonte, but we could continue to be a week early every single time. I don't really know what to tell you other than Javonte is a risk, no doubt about it. But is he worth being a risk? Yeah. I need to get longer loops. I just don't have time. I don't have time for anything right now. All right, let's get to the voicemails. If you would like your voice message answered, merely go to Instagram, type in The Fantasy Football Show, and click on message. Send me a message, but you have to hold down the mic and drop a voicemail. This one's from Silver.
That's what I got, brother. Silver Rapture. Alright, so I got Higgins out. So I'm looking at Claypool or Rondell Moore at receiver. And then for my flex, because Higgins is out, I'm looking at either Trey Sermon or Tyson Williams. What do you think, big dog?
Thank you. Appreciate your message there, Silver Rapture. I'm going to go ahead and say what I said earlier. Let's listen to it one more time.
All right, Smitty, this is what I got, brother. Silver Rapture. All right, so I got Higgins out. So I'm looking at Claypool or Rondell Moore.
Claypool or Rondell Moore. Let it rain in the chat. Claypool, Rondell Moore, who you going with? We already got people vote. Look, I don't even have to ask. People just start throwing their vote in. Claypool, Silver. Rondell Moore plus Tyson Silver, says C0110. Rondell Moore says Joel. I'm going to go ahead and say Rondell Moore, but it is close. Like, I guess it comes down to Claypool. I don't know if you can you start Claypool and Rondell? Let me listen to this question again.
And then for my flex, because Higgins is out, I'm looking at either Trey Sermon or Tyson Williams.
So why can't it be Silver? Why can't it be Claypool and Rondell Moore? You know, Sermon and either Claypool or Sermon and Rondell would probably be, you know, the choices if I had to go. But if you can go double wide receiver, which I think you can do because your question was, would I do a flex with your second question? I would go Claypool and Rondell Moore if it's me. I don't know if the chat agrees. And then here's another question from Silver.
Hey, Smitty, one more thing, buddy. Make that Terry Roberts. Make him a mob, man.
Terry Roberts.
Pretty solid out there, and it's nice to have somebody else out there watching.
Terry Roberts, a mod. What was that? Terry Roberts, a mod? Do we anoint Terry Roberts as a mod? I think we gotta anoint Terry Roberts as a mod. Hold on. We got the cane. We got the cane. Where's Terry? Where's Terry? Terry, you want to be a mod? First of all, I need to get the confirmation that Terry wants to be a mod. It's a big responsibility, Terry. I'm about to anoint you a mod, but I need to know that you're game for it. Big Terry. Big Terry. Terry. Let's see his answer. Does he want to be a mod? Does he want to mod up? Or does he want to just sit back? I don't mind if he wants to sit back. Look, there's nothing wrong with being, relaxed here. Here we go. Here's his answer. What's Terry going to say? What's Terry going to say? I'm down. Terry? Make it so. Terry, you are now a mod. Now, Terry, I want you to slap yourself so you remember it. You remember your oath. You now have special tools. Use them wisely. Please put people in timeout before you actually do something that you don't need to do. And if there's any kinds of crazy nutbags that come in here, you can just bounce them immediately. Congratulations, Terry, for being a mod. Appreciate you. Great call, Silver. Silver Rapture bringing the thunder. All right, here we go.
Not either Trey Sermon or Tyson Williams. What do you think, big dog?
Not another one.
Thank you. Appreciate your message there, Silver Rapture.
Okay, pal. I don't know how to say your name. Mattias? I'll call you Matt. Matt. Literally, I in the background am 10 times louder than you asking your question. It's not even like even, where like it's loud and you're talking. Like, I'm literally 10 times louder than you. I can't hear a word you're saying.
Either Trey Sermon or Tyson Williams.
That's Silver.
What do you think, big dog? Thank you. Appreciate your message there,
I
Silver
can't hear it.
Rapture.
I can't hear a word Matt's saying. Matt, take a lap. Matt, please leave your message again. I do appreciate you. You will be taking a lap, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with taking a lap on the show. So please leave your message again, Matt. Here, let me tell you. Matt, I don't know if you're there, pal, but we couldn't hear a word you were saying. It sounded like you were under a waterfall. Lit on fire under a waterfall with a choir singing in the background. While led by John Behan. Okay? So go ahead and relieve that message, please. Okay. Or Josh Behan. Did I say John? John Behan. Isn't that in Tombstone? Isn't that in Tombstone, Josh? I think it is, pal. Colin.
Hey, Smitty. I asked you in the comments the other day, but Thielen, A-Rob, or Gibby? Thanks.
Thielen, A-Rob, or Gibby. I don't know about you, but I couldn't bench Gibby after 2 weeks of football. I'm not saying find a way. I'm not saying find a way to bench Thielen. Find a way to play him. But I can't bench Gibby. It's Tombstone. That's right, Silver. John Behan. Not Josh. Are you related to John Behan? I'm related to who is it? Daniel Boone. Okay, Smitty, with D-Hop, if D-Hop plays this weekend, is it just a decoy? He's a game time decision, and who are we rocking with, Clyde or Damian Harris? You got to go Damian Harris. He's a volume hog right now, okay? Damian Harris. Try and sell him high though. I don't know how long it lasts, but you got to go with Damian. Honestly, we have to know more. Probably tomorrow night's show. Ask me about Hopkins. I don't want to give you an answer yet when I don't feel like I feel like I have all the information. So ask me tomorrow night, pal. I appreciate you. And if you feel like if you sniff a decoy at all, then and we don't talk between now and then react accordingly. But for now, I'm definitely holding on to the hopes that I'm not having to use somebody else. Like, I'm pretty sure that Hopkins, if he plays, he'll probably be used, but we don't know. Marcos, let me see. Marcos, you need to leave a voicemail, pal. We're doing voicemails now. It's like, I don't understand.
Hey, Smitty, pick a flex. Seabass, Corey Davis, or Javonte Williams, full PPR.
I'm going Javonte, but I'm a risky man. And if you don't share that genetic makeup, pal, if you aren't rolling the die, if you're not putting $20 down on red before you actually put your bag down, you might want to go with Corey Davis. I feel like Javonte. I don't want to be the dude. That's got Javonte on I know it could backfire on me, but he's not doing that bad anyway. It's like you're starting him and you're like, I got no carries. Dang it again. Like, he's doing okay. I don't want to be the dude that doesn't relish in his first breakout game, and then you've got to walk into a second breakout game going, well, I've got Javonte, everyone. I'm going to put him in my lineup in second breakout game. I can't do that. It might backfire in my face. I might lose a week because of it. I'm admitting that. But I'm a dice rolling man. And I'm going to go with Javonte.
Hey, Smitty, should I play Seabus, Corey Davis?
Yeah, okay, same question. You got my answer, pal. Nick.
Trade Damian Harris for Clyde.
Trade Damian Harris for Clyde. God, I don't know. I know you're thinking, Smitty, you just talked up Damian Harris. He's a volume hog. Why aren't you taking the volume hog, Smitty? Smitty, you just said Damian was a volume hog. And now you're going to take Clyde? It's not that I don't think Damian's going to do well while he's in there. You're starting him in week 3. Damian's a start. Damian's a good start. But San Fran, New England, running backs, starting 17 weeks, it doesn't happen. There's a higher likelihood of, I don't know, someone slipping past Silver Rapture, one of our mods, or Terry, our new mod, and getting in here and causing havoc before Silver Rapture lays down the gauntlet and says, no, not on my watch. Better shot of that happening than you getting 17 starts out of a New England running back and 17 starts out of a San Francisco running back. So I'm trading Damian. But I don't know how I feel about Clyde. I feel like I'm going to live and die by Clyde bouncing back in a couple leagues. I'm not going to put a bunch of my leagues on the line for Clyde right now because Clyde feels super risky. I'm admitting it. But in 1 or 2 leagues, I want to have the potential bounce back moment and feeling if Clyde does turn it around. And so for that reason, I would consider it. But you got to ask yourself, pal, can you get more for Damian Harris? I don't know that you can right now. You could wait a week and let Damian go nuts. You could run that risk of letting Damian go nuts for a week, and then you've got more trade power. Or you could take the risk that, Damian could do nothing, and let's say James White gets in there and has a big game, and Damian does barely anything, and then you're like, man, I should have took a gamble on Clyde. I feel like I'd rather have Clyde than Damian in 1 or 2 leagues. If you've got shares of Clyde all over, like stacked to the rafters everywhere, every league's Clyde, then you obviously keep Damian, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and say, with this question only, Damian, Clyde, no external factors. I'd rather have Clyde. I don't feel great about it, I'm not going to lie, but I'd rather have Clyde. Todd, with the question first. Todd must have accidentally left this one. Let's see what this beauty is.
Yo, Smitty, this is my 3rd year with CMC and Kamara as my keepers, and my 3rd year with one of them being injured. I'm about to rage trade both of these guys. Talk me out of it.
You're about to what, trade them?
Yo, Smitty, this is my
What'd he
3rd
say?
year with CMC and Kamara as my keepers, and my 3rd year with one of them being injured. I'm about to rage trade both of these guys.
Rage trade. I'm not going to talk you out of it. I mean, don't rage trade Kamara. I will talk you out of that. Don't do that. Kamara, I believe in. Kamara's fine. Where's my focus? Kamara's going to be okay. Okay, I can't guarantee it, but Kamara feels fine, pal. What I do worry about, rage trade, roid trade, he said rage. I feel like you've got to get the right deal, and I came on live last night I did 2 live streams on it because I wanted to make sure I took care of you guys. But you had to have almost acted already. Last night was the time to act, and when we came in here, guys, did we not get a lot of pushback? Did we not have a lot of people in here? I don't see them in here right now. You can speak up, and no one's going to get mad at you if you were wrong on this, but they came in. I had like 4 or 5 people in here that were like, Smitty, this is reckless to be talking about trading CMC away before we really know what's going to happen. But that was the point. You had 2 risks to look at, okay? You had the risk of What if McCaffrey was okay? What if McCaffrey is for sure out? You had two risks to look at. There were two sides of this coin. This side and this side. And you had to make a call last night. You had to make a call last night. You had to say to yourself, do I take the risk of selling McCaffrey tonight or in the morning very quickly and run the risk of finding out that he's going to be back in a week? You jumped the gun. He had a little crampy poo. He just needed a juice box and he'd get right back out there. You knew that that was a risk, but you also ran the risk of not acting fast enough. And if McCaffrey was for sure out, guess what you weren't going to get moving forward? You weren't going to get DK Metcalf and Javonte Williams anymore. That was what you could have got if you acted right away. That's the risk you take when you have to react quickly to fantasy football news. And so I tried to do this as fast as I could. I did 2 live streams to try and talk about it. Rage trading now, there's still people that love the idea of having CMC, and you may be able to rage trade them, as you say, into 2 players that look similar to what you have to go with a very doubted wide receiver like DK or Ridley or JJ. Okay? You have to try and find the anchor of your trade. The anchor of your trade has to be one of these guys. Once you identify the anchor of your trade, it's very simple. You go to the guy's team or girl's team. Here's their team. What else do they have? Do they have a Javonte Williams? Do they have a Clyde Edwards-Helaire? Do they have a QB upgrade where you could give your Stafford for their DK and Josh Allen? It's very simple to construct the right trade for you. You have to start off with that one player. As I said, the anchor of the trade. So in this case, let's say the owner over here has DK Metcalf, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Javonte Williams, Josh Allen. This is their team. Okay, the anchor of my trade is going to be DK Metcalf. Hey, Bob from accounting, you give me Josh Allen and DK, I'll give you CMC and Stafford. You could try and go that route. I'm not saying you don't try and get more. I'm not saying you don't try and get the ultimate trade that helps you. But if you are in a position to where you can't win, you've got CMC here, and the players you have here aren't going to help you. If your CMC's out for a significant time, and even if you've got Chuba, if you look at your squad and you say, I can't win, you've got to send CMC packing for 2 players so that you can get back into the game and try and win the championship. Otherwise, what good is it to sit on Christian McCaffrey and take 3 L's? If you can't get a win, if you can't win 2 of the next 3 games in hopes that McCaffrey does play in the 4th game, which is going to be, we don't know. We don't know. All we know is McCaffrey's out several weeks, meaning 3 or more. Not a couple, several. 3 or more. Several weeks. And that's not saying, hey, 2 to 3 weeks we'll see, or 2 to 4 weeks. Several weeks is what the termination's been so far across the industry. So for me, I'm assuming that is 3 plus for sure. And can you go 2-1? And if the answer is yes, maybe you do wait on CMC. But if you're going to go 1-2 or 0-3, you have to make a trade or you won't survive. And who cares if you own Christian McCaffrey in week 4? I'm not saying give him away. I'm not saying trade just to trade. I'm not saying make a bad trade. I'm telling you that you need to do an honest inventory on your team. Inward look in the mirror and say, bro. Hey, Schmitty. Yes, Schmitty. Can we win now? No, Schmitty. Not in this league. Are you sure? Yes, Schmitty. I'm very sure. Chuba doesn't get it done? Probably not. Would we do better maybe even if we traded CMC anyway? That could be the case, pal. So we go ahead and get a DK Metcalf and a Clyde Edwards-Helaire for CMC. Is that enough? Depends on the team makeup, pal. We don't know. This is a conversation you need to have with yourself. And I've had it with myself several times on several teams because I own McCaffrey. Thank God I didn't get the 1.1. I was really mad I didn't get the 1.1 over and over and over and over. But in like 3 or 4 teams out of my 20 something, I did get the 1.1. So I have a couple high profile teams where I do own Christian McCaffrey, and I have already made trades to help better my squad. Not in every one of them. I'm still working on it, but the best thing you can do is try and acquire one of the big doubted running backs. Those doubted wide receivers. DK, JJ, AJB, Diggs. Who's the other one? Who am I leaving off? AJB, Diggs. Who am I leaving off? You know what I'm talking about. As our president says, you know the thing. You know the thing. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. When I don't know what to say anymore, I'm going to go, you know the thing. You know the thing. All right. Let's get back to we got a super chat by Blake. Let me see if I missed any other super chats. I probably did. Rock out. Here's one. Rock out, I'm sorry, pal. Overcome, I'm sorry. J Money, I'm sorry. Thomas. Oh, I answered Thomas's decoy. Thomas, make sure you hit me back on this. We need to talk about that anyway. That's going to be a great topic tomorrow night, Thomas. Okay, you hear me, pal? We need to talk about D-Hop big time tomorrow night. Blake. Oh no, let me start with J Money and Rock Out because you guys had yours waiting for a while. Chosen just dropped a super chat to be awesome. I don't know if you had a question, pal, but make sure you type in super chat or something so I can see it, man. I want to make sure I take care of you. So if you have a question, let me know. Smitty, the last one is a different question. Let it roll. I don't know what that even means, Rock Out. At this point, it's in one ear and not even out the other ear. It's completely lost. But Smitty, empty your fab for only 2 to 3 weeks of Chuba? Yeah, pal. I would. It depends on if you can win. The answer to that question, Brian, depends on your team. I can't say that entering, and I've already said this, unloading your fab on Chuba, dropping your entire load wad of fab dollars on Chuba Hubbard makes sense for some people, doesn't make sense for other people. It entirely depends on your squad, what Chuba does for you. Do you have Christian McCaffrey? If you've got Christian McCaffrey, you bet your bottom fab dollar, Brian, that you need to drop your entire fab load on CMC's backup, Chuba Hubbard, who you should have already drafted anyway. If you don't have CMC, you got to ask yourself, how much better is Chuba than the player you have in your lineup now? Did you lose somebody? Do you have nobody at your running back too? Then maybe he is worth it, pal. 2 to 3 weeks of electric production feels like a pretty good deal to me. And what else are you going to get? You're going to wait on it like an auction draft where you have $22 left at the end of your auction draft. And you're like, wow, I could have dropped that on Gaskin's value, putting the $20 up to getting a Chubb or whatever. You could have got Chubb instead of Gaskin if you would have spent the $22 that you saved and never spent. So I get it. You got to make that judgment for yourself per league, pal. per league. Rock out. IG. Okay, gotcha, Rock out. Thank you, pal. I'm going to play your message again, maybe, so I even understand what we're talking about. Start 2 PPR. Odell Beckham Jr., Damian Harris, Gaskin, Drake. Give me Damian for sure. Lock him in. And give me Gaskin. I'm not trusting Odell until I see it, pal. Overcome with the super chat. Appreciate you. Offer Amari and Carson for Aaron Jones. Too much? No. That's not too much. Overcome. I don't even think anybody contemplates trading Aaron Jones right now. You come off a 4-touchdown game, man. That player looks like Superman to his owner. You're going to have to offer him the world in order to get Aaron Jones, but certainly try. I would definitely pay that price, but that's me. Some might say it's an overpay. And if a couple people in here say it's an overpay, then you're in good position to maybe land it then, right? Look at Omar. Where have you been? Mood, where have you been? Where have you been, Mood? We've missed you, pal. Barkley and A-Rob for Sermon and Eckler. Barkley and A-Rob for Sermon and Eckler. That is a tough. Can we drop a little rain for Mood and give him a consensus answer? Let's group think this one out, because I honestly feel like I don't know that I can give you a confident answer right now. I'm feeling Eckler and Sermon. But Sermon could leave you hanging, and then Barkley and A-Rob probably overpower Eckler. But for a while, Sermon's going to do well, I think, until Jeff Wilson comes back. And I still think Sermon could hold on to the job. But maybe he doesn't. It's San Fran. It's Shanahan. I really badly want to tell you Eckler and Sermon. If you could then turn Sermon into something else, then you would kill the trade. But if you can't, you might run the risk of it burning you later, but being good for week, 3, 4, 5. That's a tough one, man. Chat, help him out. We got a lot of Barkleys. I think maybe the Barkley side's going to win because of safety, pal. So Barkley side is probably looking like the consensus. Yeah, San Francisco running back situation is a mess. What do we have, Silver? Hopefully we don't have that situation. Silver, let me know what's going on with that. Clyde or Tyson Williams start? Give me Clyde. Give me Clyde, Adam. It's a good question. It certainly could go either way. I'm not gonna lie. It certainly could go either way. But I'm gonna go with Clyde. Chosen says Cook, Madison, Godwin for Taylor, Lamb, Chase. Whoa! Hey, chat, can we get a raindrop on this one too? Can you guys raindrop some answers here? Cook, Madison, Godwin. So it's Cook and Godwin. You got it cuffed, though. I like that. Taylor, Lamb, Chase. Give me Taylor, Lamb, Chase. Give me Taylor. It's hard. It's a tough... God, I'm going back and forth on that. Taylor's not super close to Cook, but he's close enough to be like, you're getting Lamb and Chase for Godwin? I don't know. Can we get some raindrops on this one? I want Mood's question answered and this one. Blake, I'm getting to yours again right now. Okay, I need to go to Blake's first. I keep moving over Blake's. Blake, I'm sorry. This is unprofessional, Blake. Ronald Jones, Gaskin, Patterson, pick one. I don't think you can go Patterson, pal. I'm going to go Gaskin here. But I don't love these options, but I still feel like Gaskin, you're mixing things up too for Gaskin. Maybe he turns things around with the quarterback controversy, or not the controversy, but a quarterback situation getting mixed up might give him the shakeup he needs to get the volume he needs. I don't know. I'd probably go Gaskin there. Start 2 PPR, Odell, Damian, Harris, Gaskin, Drake. I think I answered that one already. Gaskin and Damian. CMC for JT and Allen. Punch it, rock out. Punch it. Get JT and Allen over Christian McCaffrey in a heartbeat with the current situation. Absolutely. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. DK and Mixon for CMC. Again, punch it and run. You want Mixon and DK. If you guys can still do that after news breaks that Christian McCaffrey's out at least several weeks, good on you. You're a proud member of this show. I can tell you that right now. I call you a friend. Young Mello says, I have CMC. My team is Jackson, Lamar Jackson, Swift, Ridley, Lamb, Waller. That's a good team, pal. Marvin Jones, Robbie Anderson, Sermon, Jamal Williams, Gainwell, Madison. Should I trade him? Yes. Young Mello, I don't know if you've seen all the people right before you getting DK and Mixon, DK and all these, awesome options. You've got to go that route if you can, Young Mello. Get it done, pal. Get it done now. CMC for look at this. CMC for JT and Keenan Allen, Young Mello. Look at this right here. Rockout's excited. I don't blame him. Mixon and DK. That's a steal. What did the chat say right here? Terry says we got 157 people in here, and we only have 83 likes, so Terry's not happy. We just made him a mod. He's still not happy right now because of that. So please do Terry a favor, as well as myself and the show, and just take 1 second and hit that thumbs up because it helps me produce content for you. When you guys truly think, if you're wondering how, they call this in psychology it would be I forget the exact name if anybody knows it. It's where you're passing the buck essentially, and you're letting someone else deal with the problem. And so everybody thinks, I'll let the next guy hit the thumbs up. I'll let the next person hit the thumbs up. And what ends up happening is everybody kind of thinks that, and then what happens is ultimately, if things were to have gotten better, bigger and better for the show, do you think I wouldn't punch the go live button 2 or 3 more times a week if these videos were exploding? The ad revenue's bigger. I have to worry about less email stuff. I can hire on somebody to handle all the little things. I can hire someone like Silver to sit at the door, and be there in case any of the family members want to come in and knock. Silver could be like, password. Do you think that wouldn't make me do more live streams? Punch the thumbs up. I want Silver to sit at my door no matter who comes with him to go, password, and watch Miss me just smack him across the head. Get out of my way. Password. Don't tell anybody the password, but it's gonna be throat punch. Okay, that's the password to get into the studio. Throat punch. Password. Hey, Silver, can you leave me a message right now saying password? What's the password? So Silver, leave me a message right now. What's the password? I've got to put that in the show, pal. We got to incorporate that.
Yo, Smitty, this is my 3rd year with CMC.
Oh, already. I got you. It's Todd. I appreciate you, man. I donated the 5, but didn't get my answer. Okay, let me look for you. I'm sorry, pal. I wouldn't do that on purpose. Let me look for you. Where's your question? Josh, Adam, WRM. I got you right there, pal. Mixon, CMC, Young Mello. I got you. I think I've taken care of everybody. I'm all the way up to Mood. I think we're good. Okay, WRM. I'm sorry about the wait. 2 QB, 2 flex, 8-man. QBs are Stafford and Herbert. Those are ballers, pal. Hopkins, Ridley, ballers. CMC, Clyde, Gronk, DJ Moore's excellent flex, amazing job. And is that JJ Justin Jefferson? That's fantastic. If that's Julio, I don't know. But if that's JJ, pal, I donated 5 and didn't get the answer. Josh, I got you on screen, pal. We got you covered. You're coming up here. You're coming up next. What would you trade for CMC to upgrade anything? Okay, first of all, if that's Justin Jefferson, you need to you need to trade. You need to make a trade like DJ Moore and like Clyde for like a single running back better than Clyde, like a Gibson or a JT or something. Okay, first of all, that's what I would also do. CMC, you could probably trade like Stafford and CMC for like Mahomes and I don't know, like a DK or something. And I don't even know if you could fit DK into this lineup, but I would be making moves, pal. You need to try and trade CMC for like JT and a wide receiver, or CMC for Gibson and a DK or an AJ Brown, and then worry about moving DJ Moore out of there somehow, some way with Clyde. DJ Moore and Clyde for JT, Christian McCaffrey for DK, and a running back. You could easily move CMC and DJ Moore and Clyde in some kind of 2-trade package, 1 trade and 1 trade, and then get replacements, and then you're completely unstoppable. Look to upgrade your quarterback from Stafford to a top guy like Josh Allen. And you might say, well, Josh Allen, I don't know if I like Josh Allen over Stafford. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel, but I would do it. I would go get Josh Allen. And you got to do it before this weekend, pal, because Josh Allen could drop fire, and then you're out, the opportunity there. Congrats, Terry. Joel dropped a super chat just to let you know he's proud of you. You've come a long way, Terry, in a very short period of time. Trade Judy and Najee for Barkley. I'd rather have Najee Harris, Adam. I know that's not going to be the consensus by everybody, but I would rather have Najee Harris. Josh, here's your question, pal. I did not forget you. And that's fantastic. Let's see. KJ Osborne, LaVisca Chenault, or Myles Gaskin flex spot for Saturday Cooks. Flex spot. Sat Cooks like an idiot. You're not an idiot, pal. Who'd you play though? Like, who were you planning on playing? This person over Cooks, or was it some other spot? I would go Gaskin. I would go Gaskin over Osborne and Chenault, but that's me. I'm hoping that Gaskin gets utilized a ton now. I'm hoping that the quarterback situation will make them want to run the ball and utilize the running back that's very talented in Gaskin. He's got baby Alvin Kamara type production potentially in the cards. Cook, Madison, Godwin for Taylor, Lamb, Chase. I've left that one up here. What did the chat say? Can you guys vote again on this one, please? Can you please vote again on this one? I want another vote. I want to re-vote on this. We need a recount. Cook with Madison. So Cook and Godwin for Taylor, Lamb, and Chase. I need a recount. I think Godwin top 10 this year. That's my opinion, says Adam. Did I miss any super chats? Am I behind? Did I drop the ball? Am I awful? What do I need to do here to make it up to you? Brandon says DK Mixon for Clyde. This is such a good trade. I think we're caught up for now until we get another super chat. That is Taylor and Lamb. Lamb side. Not a bad trade. I don't know. Taylor and Lamb. Taylor side. Okay, Lamb side. Bro, you got a consensus. Make this trade. Get Taylor, Lamb, and Chase. That's kind of what I thought. And it definitely feels confirmed by the chat. You missed this one. No, I didn't, Joel. I got it right in front of my face, pal. And it didn't even take me but like 5 seconds to find it, unlike the other ones. I'm quick on the draw now. Tabern.
What's up, Smitty? You confident in Gibby this week, or should I start Hendy, Sermon, or Javante? Thanks, man.
Hendy, no. Sermon, I mean, I could see it working out. Javante, I definitely love Javante, and I don't like sitting Javante at all. But I'm starting Gibby. You drafted this man in the top 14. I did too. And I'm not ashamed of it. Gibby had a pretty good week 1. People forget Gibby had a pretty good week 1. I know a lot of people think he could be nothing. He could fall apart. Just fizzle away. Deteriorate in front of our very eyes. I don't think he will fall apart and crumble. I think he's still got something to say. I think people are using 1 week, not 2 weeks, week 2 only, to define Gibson moving forward. I'm buying Gibson. In fact, I probably should have put him in my top 5, top 6 buy lows video that I did. I feel like Gibby needs to be grabbed. I feel like maybe Gibby needs to be the headline of this show and say, hey, Friday night show, buy Gibby, because I feel like I didn't give him a spot on that video and I should have. Gibby needs to be bought. I get there's risk, but I'm certainly not sitting him for anybody else that I drafted way below him. I'm not saying don't find a way to get Javonte into your flex spot, but Gibby's not flex conversation material, pal. Gibson's running back 1 or at least running back 2 question material. So if you're coming at me with this, I could tell you Javonte and somebody else needs to be your argument, not Gibby. Gibby, throw him in. Throw him in, pal. Tyler with the super chat. Aiden with the super chat. You guys are bringing it like animals tonight. Appreciate it. You guys keep the lights on here. Thank you, Joel, for all you do. Thank you, Terry, for being an amazing mod already. How many likes we got, Terry? We got 156 in here. Do I trade CMC, Hubbard, Antonio Brown? I'd be getting Najee, DJ Moore, and Waddle. Do you trade CMC, Hubbard, and Antonio Brown? You'd be getting Najee, DJ, and Waddle. I'm going to say no on that one because AB's close enough to DJ Moore. You know, some would argue, like coming out of week 1, people would have told you AB was a top 5 wide receiver. People forget how quickly they jumped from that like state of euphoria, AB euphoria that everybody was on coming out of that Thursday night opening week 1 matchup where AB dropped absolute fire in his week 1 opener. And now you don't hear anybody talking about AB as a wide receiver 1. That was all anybody talked about. It's like AB's a wide receiver 1. We all knew that was happening. People were freaking out. You remember that? How excited people were. AB's a wide receiver 1. AB's a wide receiver 1. Pacing around the house. You know, you're getting something out of the fridge. AB's a wide receiver 1 to your family members. It was coming out of your mouth. It was nothing. It was the only thing people were talking about. And now all of a sudden, it's like, AB, he's a wide receiver 3. How? 1 week went by. 1 bad week, and now he's no longer in the conversation of being that sneaky, good, top 15 wide receiver. AB has COVID, so he's probably missing this game. That's the only downside to this trade. But part of me thinks that, I don't know how your league is set up, but if you accept this trade right now, will it go through next week and you get to keep the other side of this trade, the Najee and DJ Moore side? Because if you can keep it for a week and get AB, or no, actually you're getting rid of AB. Shoot, the other way around. If you can punch this trade and get Najee Harris this week and DJ Moore next, well, DJ Moore and AB will both be out. If you can get, let me rephrase this. If you can get Najee Harris's points this week, it makes it even better to go get Najee in this trade. But I think ultimately, bro, Hubbard and CMC together is close enough to Najee that I don't think it moves the needle for me, is what I'm trying to say. My long-winded answer. But I could be wrong, and if the chat feels something different, please drop your advice for the man. Aiden says 2-0. I have Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Christian McCaffrey, Zeke, A-Rob, Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, Mark Andrews. What are some trade ideas I can make? I don't know if this is super flex. Super chat. I don't see super flex anywhere in this text here, so I'm going to assume it is a super flex because you got Brady and Rodgers, and those are 2 pretty close together quarterbacks you probably don't draft in a 1 QB league. So my detective work over the almost 20 years of doing this is going to tell me this is a super flex team, or you just got 2 really good quarterbacks because you like to be prepared, which, you know, sometimes I do. I would probably look, if it's a 1 QB league, to trade one of the quarterbacks, but if it's a 2 QB league, don't touch them. Those are good quarterbacks. You don't want to make this trade. J-Rob and Mark Andrews potentially for, you know, pick up a tight end if there's a good enough one to pick up. Is standard. Okay. Pick up a tight end and try and trade Andrews with J-Rob to get like a Gibson. Then trade Christian McCaffrey for a DK and whatever, running back you can get if the running back is good enough. Like if it's a Mixon or a JT or a Gibson or whatever. But you can make 2 trades that route. I would definitely trade Christian McCaffrey for a DK or Ridley or Justin Jefferson or an A.J. Brown and then look at that person's team. 113 likes. Look at Terry doing work. Terry doing Terry things. Tyler, the guy in trading with wanted AB or Javonte. Tyler, I don't even remember the question, man. Let me go look. You give me way too much credit. Okay, here we go. Do I trade CMC Hubbard, Antonio Brown? Oh, this one. I'd be getting Najee and DJ Moore. The guy you're trading with wanted AB or Javonte. I'd probably rather keep Javonte, I think. But that's, because you're talking about the running back spot being so vulnerable for you, right? But that's speculative. We don't really know when Javonte's going to get in there, but man, when he does, I don't know. What does the chat say? What did you guys think? Should Terry do the deal? Could you guys please give Terry your support and let Terry know if you would do this deal or not? Would you rather have CMC Hubbard and Antonio Brown or Najee, DJ Moore, and Waddle? Kind of feel like Hubbard's good enough in this deal to make me not want to trade. I feel like you need to get a 2-for-1. If you're trading CMC, you got to get a 2-for-1. Smitty, go find my super chat. Okay. I'm looking. You missed this one. You better get to my IG message. Gonna need you to dig deep for it. Okay. Is that the one, Joel? Thank you, Tabern, for the message, pal.
Hey, Smitty, one more thing, buddy. Make that password. What's the password? Password for entry. You got a password? Hit me with that password, bro.
Can you imagine Silver Rapture standing in front of my door and Miss Smitty walking up and saying, I need to go talk to Mr. Smitty. And he go,
What's the password? Password for entry. You got a password? Hit me with that password, bro.
oh my God. I would pay very good money to see that unfold. Oh God. Joel, I'm looking for you, pal. Password, please. Hit me with that password. Joel. Here we go, Joel.
Yo, Smitty, it's Joel. Just want to say congrats to Terry. Secondly, I need a super flex answer. I got Taylor Heineke or Jacoby Brissett. Help me out, brother.
Heineke. Anything can happen, man. Brissett, sure. Brissett could throw 3 TDs. It could happen. But Heineke looks good. Heineke's like in the top, I don't know, what is he in the top, like 6 QBs in the league? Like, let me pull up a league right now and just see where Heineke's scoring for quarterbacks. I'm not saying he'll continue to play at the exact level he's playing, but Heineke, I got a trade proposal. Ooh. No, that's bad. You know when you're looking at a trade proposal and you think you're... I saw Mahomes on one side and I saw A.J. Brown Jefferson on the other side. But the way it was Mahomes and A.J. Brown, my A.J. Brown. Because I do so many leagues, I don't know what I'm looking at. When I see the proposal, I don't know what the team looks like. I'm like, oh, here's a proposal. He's asking for my Mahomes and A.J. Brown for Jefferson, Javonte, and Tannehill. So A.J. Brown and Jefferson's wash them. So my Mahomes in a 6-point per TD league for Javonte and Tannehill. No, of course not. Let me just go in here, decline on that. No. Get out of here. That's a horrible offer. Decline. Get down. Get out of here with your offer. I'll be back. Okay, where was I? I don't know what I was doing. I was going to go look at Heineke. I don't care anymore. Heineke, very, very solid. Very, very, very solid. Start Heineke. Okay, where am I at? Voice message time. This is from media.
Claypool or Sermon for the flex spot?
Claypool or Sermon for the flex spot? Claypool. I want to say Sermon, but I just don't trust it yet. I want to say Sermon. Does anybody disagree? Claypool or Sermon? Help media out. Media's helped you. You help media. Let's see what 49er media. I'm going to say Claypool is safer. He's got no Deontay. Get down. Go Claypool. It's a highly successful situation. Start Claypool. Do it. Deontay's out. Deontay's down. Claypool had 190 air yards last week. What? Really? 190? That's a lot. Air yards don't play. Yeah, you know what though? It is important information. It does translate pretty well. And I will say that I feel like Claypool is going to get down. I need to get my voice guy to send me 2 things. One, what's the password? And then I'll have Silver say, give me the password. Someone's knocking at the door. And then I need him to say, I think he's going to get down tonight. Because I think Claypool is going to get down. Get to the chopper. Get Claypool to the chopper. Get him in the lineup. Air yards. Mr. Behan, Silver Rapture, sent me air yards. Claypool 194. You know who's always already on here? I bet you is Chark. Chark's always on the air yard list, man. Cortland Sutton, that proved, that translated well. A.J. Brown, 172. Lockett. I love the air yard stuff. That's good. Breakout City. Breakout City! Get down! Silver Rapture. I can't. We're answering voice messages only, pal, during the show. Hit me with a voice message. Can you hit me with a voice message so I can play it on the show? We're live. Okay. Reply my last voice message you didn't hear.
Or Callaway, or pick up James Washington, or pick up Slayton as my wide receiver 2.
Bro.
Full PPR.
I mean, this is when a player goes nuts. Slayton's going to go crazy now. But Callaway. Callaway deserves a nod in that scenario. You may be mad at Callaway, and I don't blame you. Okay, but Callaway's getting to the chopper in week 3. At least over those guys. You know what I'm saying? Get Callaway. Get Callaway to the chopper. That's what we do. When we send a guy to the lineup, we're sending him to the chopper. I might not be able to do this every show though. Like I'm gonna have a rib injury and be out week 2. I mean, that doesn't hurt 1 or 2 times, but like all show. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get Callaway to the chopper. Hit the button and it's gonna go. Get him to the chopper. Okay. Dallas.
Should I trade CMC for Barkley and McLaurin in a standard league?
Yes. Go trade CMC for Barkley and McLaurin in a standard league, Dallas, and then come back and celebrate, but then try and trade Barkley after that. But yeah, you got to take that right now. You got to take that. Brissett's dad. Are you still here, Brissett?
Where's Raj? Release the Raj cut. Where is he, Smitty? We know you're hiding him.
I don't know what you mean by that, but he should be coming on the show. I think he was supposed to come on Saturdays. We'll see if he's going to be rolling in here soon.
Yo, Smitty, I'd like to thank Silver for giving you the idea to make me a moderator on the greatest fantasy football show of all time. Now let's get it together, people.
Let's get it together. Hey, you heard the man. Get it together. Get it together. And he's Silver created a whole mountain of happiness tonight. Not only has Silver anointed Terry Roberts a mod and made his night, he's created all kinds of Joel super chats that congratulate Terry. Like, it's just, Silver has just opened up the floodgates tonight. Okay, we love Terry Roberts. He is the man, and Joel is also the man. Oh, here's the guy who said, love the consistency, sent something back, let's make it happen, where we all win. This is on that trade offer, the Mahomes. Okay. I can't do that, pal. But send me a counter if you want to get Mahomes without taking other pieces. I've got a build. I can't be giving away multiple players in the deal. I'm really looking to trade Mahomes for Jefferson straight up. And I think the way Jefferson's playing right now, I don't think it's that big of a stretch to be asking for JJ for my 6 point per TD Mahomes, pal. Trying to get JJ. Should I trade Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Woods for Calvin Ridley? That's a tough one, Lewis. I guess it depends on your depth. I would say, in theory, I would probably rather have myself a little Calvin Ridley action. But it depends how bad you're going to be off. You know what I mean? So I would say, in theory, I like it, but you do have to have the depth to pull that off. Joel, Devontae Smith, or Javonte? That's a tough one because I do think people are going to run away from Devontae Smith. They loved him in week 1. He doesn't do well in week 2. But why didn't he do well? Ask yourself, why did Devontae Smith not do well in week 2? It was because Jalen Hurts didn't do well. You can't have a receiver do well if your quarterback doesn't do well. And I fully believe Jalen Hurts will get it together again. Very good quarterback. I love Jalen Hurts. Top 6 to 10 quarterback. Easy. Top 6 to 7 quarterback. Let's put it that way. So I love Devontae this week. Probably a tad safer than Javonte, but Joel again. I feel like I don't want to be the guy that has Javonte Williams on the bench the week he breaks out. And Devontae Smith is very, very good, but I think I probably go Javonte here. But that's me, and I'm rolling the dice a little bit. I'm letting you know. It's risky, pal. It's risky. Send a voice message. Dallas, I got you. I think we already played yours. James, I just saw this, pal. Are you still here, James? I have to go backwards to find these because they don't show up right away when the messages are rolling in. So please let me know if you're still here. Check my IG DM. Tyler, I think we're good. Joel, I appreciate you. And Nathan, I appreciate your super chat. Lewis, did I get yours? Lewis, thank you for the super chat. Oh, I already answered yours, Lewis. But I still thank you, pal. Okay, I think we're good. James, you still here? Nathan, you still here? Christian, you still here? Let's get your questions right here answered, okay? I am now working with Cook, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Pollard, James Robinson at halfback. I love James's preciseness of the position and everything. He's a halfback. I think James takes advantage of Bob from accounting at his firm because I think you work at the same firm, James, And you're probably the smartest man in the room every time you're making a trade at work, pal. You're working people over with your spreadsheets, and James is crushed. I know James is crushing his league. Let's keep reading his team because I think it's going to be good. I haven't even looked. I can tell. I've done this long enough to know James rocks his league. Just destroys him. And there's no way James is telling anybody in the elevator about the show, which is kind of selfish, James, to be honest, because you're not spreading the word, but I know you're not going to budge. You're not budging. You're not telling anybody about the show. James is in there looking around. You bunch. I'm going to take all your money. Cook, Clyde, Pollard, J-Rob at halfback. Julio Jones, CeeDee Lamb. Deontay's out. That sucks. Chase is going to fill right in. Rondell Moore, you're on top of that. James's spreadsheet said pick up Rondell Moore before James knew. Would you offer Javonte Williams? What would you offer for Javonte Williams and J-Rob? What would I offer for Javonte Williams and J-Rob? I don't see Javonte in here, but I see J-Rob. What would you offer for Javonte Williams and J-Rob and okay, gotcha. I got you. I'm sorry. My fault, James. You had it perfectly correct. It's my fault. Javonte Williams, I would offer J-Rob and I'd give up Rondell Moore if I had to. But you didn't give me a whole lot of your bench, and I wouldn't want to give up anybody else. I wouldn't want to give up Deontay. I wouldn't want to give up J-Rob and Javonte have close enough value, pal, that I don't think you've got to give up a ton more. So I would probably say that I need to know more of your depth to see if there's another piece we could throw in. But your worst player in this whole deal, which is worth throwing in, I suppose you could give up Pollard. But I don't like that. I give up J-Rob and Rondell Moore in this certain situation for Javonte Williams. I probably would do that. And I love Rondell Moore. So thank you, pal, for the super chat. Keep crushing your league. Keep destroying them, pal. I bet you James presses the stop button in the elevator and makes people trade with him. I'm not letting you out. Corey Davis, Callaway, Kirk. I'm probably going to say Corey Davis is safest, but Callaway, I'm not giving up on him yet. I know you guys are going to think I'm crazy. I know you're thinking I'm holding on just for dear life because I can't be wrong about it, but he's had some horrible luck. He had the toughest matchup in week 1, and then week 2, everybody's got the pandemic spreading around. Half the coaching staff's gone. The Saints were horrible. It wasn't Callaway's fault that Winston didn't do anything. How is Callaway going to do anything if Winston didn't do anything? Is it a problem though? Yeah. But I feel like if you want to roll the dice, Callaway. If you want safety, Corey Davis. Corey Davis is safer. Let's be honest. Kai, thank you for the super chat. I got you in queue here. Kyler, Zeke, CEH, Ridley, Thielen, Sutton, Goddard, benches, Rondell Moore, Jacoby Myers, Elijah Moore, Gainwell, McKissick, Everett, Fields. Any thoughts, trade ideas? Okay, so Kyler, Zeke, Clyde, Ridley, Thielen, Sutton. You got a good squad, good core. Your trade pieces on the bench aren't very attractive, I think, in general. Not saying they're bad. You're not going to lure in a lot of people. Maybe McKissick or something. Rondell Moore. So Rondell Moore, even Myers won't get you much, and he should. He's good, but he's not going to get you much. Rondell Moore and Clyde, or Sutton and Clyde for one better player. Go get JT. Go get Gibby. Go get... you got Zeke already. Where's Pollard? Am I missing him? Where's Pollard? Why don't you have Pollard? Nathan, take a lap. Nathan, take a lap. But Clyde and Sutton, Clyde and Rondell Moore should be able to maybe get you that running back upgrade. If you can't get the running back upgrade, what about going with a good old... McKissick and Thielen, if somebody needs a running back really badly for a DK or, something like that. Would I give up Clyde? You've got Zeke. Would I give up Clyde and throw McKissick into your running back 2 spot and try and get Clyde and Rondell for a DK, Ridley, or Justin Jefferson, or DK? Go get Justin Jefferson or DK for Clyde and Rondell. And I know everyone's going to say, are you crazy? Are you out of your mind to get rid of Clyde? I mean, McKissick's catches 80 balls, right? I mean, McKissick's kind of a crafty running back too. And if you can get your wide receiver room to look like Justin Jefferson, Ridley, Thielen, I don't know if you could start 4 players, Sutton, and then Kyler, Zeke, and McKissick. I mean, you're scoring more points. Like, why not try it? Why not? Why fail? Why fail at running back just to have a running back when you can turn it into a wide receiver buy low? I'm crazy. I'd do that. That's how I would go. I'd go heavy wide receiver and say, guess what? I'm rolling with McKissick and my running back too. What are you going to do about it? Mike Williams or Sanders at the flex. Feel Mike is due for a bad game. Mike could be, but I'm starting Sanders anyway. Like, I like Mike Williams, but I'm starting Sanders. In that offense, they use Sanders right. I'm not saying he'll stay healthy, but I like the move. Start 2, Taylor, A.J. Brown, Jefferson in standard. God, is this a 4-person league or a DFS team? Start 2, Taylor, A.J. Brown, or Jefferson. What do you think, chat? Can you guys give an answer on this one, please? I think we need to go to the chat. We need to go to groupthink on this one. Start 2, Jonathan Taylor, A.J. Brown, and Jefferson. Who we sending to the chopper out of these 3? What 3 players are we sending to the chopper in this scenario? Who's getting the call from Arnold? I think we basically, when we do start benches, and I ask the audience, I ask the viewers, I ask you who it is we're starting. We need that. Get to the chopper. In fact, hold on. Let's create that. I'm gonna open up GarageBand, and we're gonna record this live. We're doing it live. What are you guys saying? Who's getting to the Who's getting sent to the chopper? AJ Brown and Jefferson, JT and AJB, bench AJB. It's torn. You guys are torn on this one. Start Jefferson, JT and AJ. Depends on the matchup. Oh God, that's tough. Let me break down the matchups real quick. I need to have these pulled up anyway, because I don't always remember every single matchup, to be honest. I know that sounds crazy. He does this for a living and he doesn't remember. I get so many questions each week. Like, sometimes last week's in my head. Sometimes next week is in my head as I'm preparing content. I forget if the Colts are at home or away. Tennessee. It's in Tennessee. So you got A.J. Brown against the Colts. JT against the Titans. And then Justin Jefferson. Is he at home or is he away? I forget. You've got JJ. Why can't I see it? Where is it? Where's JJ, home or away? JJ, home or away? There it is. Home. God, I don't know why my eyes couldn't find it. Seattle. They're at home against Seattle. I'm going JJ at home against the Seahawks defense. And until we know what's going on in with that quarterback situation in Indy, are they going to be out? Is Jonathan Taylor going to be game scripted out? Give me AJB and Justin Jefferson. I feel pretty confident about that answer. I feel like that's using good logic. Okay? You're going to get this wrong a lot, but that's pretty good logic. Missed mine and Ben's super chat. Okay. Shane, super chat. Kai, I hope that helped you. I go with the fact that you're less likely to get game scripted out going those wide receivers, pal. Joel. Kai, I got Kai's. I got Rockouts. That was the Callaway question. Nathan, I got Nathan's question. I think I'm caught up. Lewis, I got your question. Okay, I think we're good. Here we go. Joel. Smitty, I want to hear that masterful ringtone before the end of the night. Okay. I haven't actually the new one that we did, I hadn't actually put it on my phone. I have the other one, the first one we did. But we can make it on the way out the door. Need to Claypool, Hawkinson, Rondale Moore, Kenny Golladay. Give me Claypool and Hawkinson, but I'm very tempted to tell you Rondale Moore. And Chad, if I'm wrong, please let me know. Shane says Zeke for Carson and Javonte, or trade Zeke for Swift and Gaskin. Zeke for Carson and Javonte. I don't think I'd go after the Gaskin Swift, but I think I might be tempted. Depends if you had Pollard. If you had Pollard, I'd probably hang on to Zeke. If you can get Carson and Javonte, that might end up working out for you. Can we do a group think on that one? Would you guys rather have Zeke or Carson and Javonte? Please let me know who we're sending to the chopper. And as we do that, I'm going to create a audio sound for that. Let me see if I can get a helicopter. I probably need to just use my own. But if we could find a helicopter sound, that might be better. For now, we'll just do this. Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper! Get down! It didn't record. Poor Miss Smitty. She's probably so disappointed. She's probably so... What's your hubby do? He sits in a little cave that he made. Yeah, we built it. We built him a cave, and he does things like makes ringtones. Goes on the YouTube. Get to the chopper! Send him to the chopper! Now, get down! All right, save as. No, share, export to disk. We're calling this Arnold 1. Save that to my downloads. Export it in. Downloads Arnold. Boom. Ready? Get to the chopper. Send him to the chopper. Now, get down. So who we sending to the chopper now? Carson and Javonte. The consensus looks like Carson and Javonte. So guess who's going to the chopper? Get to the chopper. Send him to the chopper. Now, get down. Oh, there you go. There you go, Shane. That's your answer, pal. I honestly, I'm torn on it though. I like Javonte and Carson. I'll tell you this: go get Javonte and Carson, but then potentially try and trade Carson high. That's my advice. But I'd send him to the chopper, I guess. Would I do Jamar for Javonte straight up? That is a very close call, pal. That one is more of a preference, I think. Javante's probably worth more in time, but right now Jamar's worth more. So you got to really figure out, what do you need? Do you need a player now? Because if you don't need the Javonte now, but Jamar's safer. Let's just put it that way. Smitty, I dropped Patterson for Sermon. Was that dumb? No, I don't think so. 139 people in here. 130 likes. 145 in here now. Wow, that's including Twitch. Keep Javonte, dropping Sermon. for Patterson. What do you guys think of Patterson? Why is everybody so? Am I missing something on Patterson? Is Patterson going to get a lot of run? I mean, it is Shanahan. It is Shanahan. Or are you talking about Cordell Patterson? Who am I thinking of? What's the San Fran back that they're bringing up? Is that what I'm thinking of? You're talking about Cordell Patterson. Who's the guy I'm thinking of from San Fran that everybody's talking up? I thought that's what you meant. Patterson. Okay, so let me look at this question again. You're talking about Cordell. Cordell Patterson. What was the question? That had to have been Cordell. Dropping Sermon for Cordell. Okay, that's what you're talking about. Cordell. I'd probably rather have Sermon at this point. Cordell's not doing it for me. Am I thinking of Patrick? I think I'm thinking of Patrick. Yeah. Jacques Patrick is who I'm thinking of when you were saying Patterson. I don't know why. I had a brain fart on that one. I was thinking Patrick. Jacques Patrick. I don't know why I thought that when I saw Patterson. But yeah, Patterson, that's how much Patterson is not really on my mind. He's a good ad drop, but he's a gadget guy. Cordell's never really... does Ziggy know? Ziggy, who's Cordell Patterson?
Cordero Patterson, nicknamed Flash.
Cordero. He knows his nickname. Who's Ziggy? Who's Cordero Patterson?
According to Wikipedia, Cordero Patterson, nicknamed Flash, also known as Cadillac, is an American football running back, wide receiver, and return specialist for the Atlanta Falcons of the National Football League.
Nice.
I'm not sure.
Cordero. Sorry, I keep calling it Cordell. Cordero Patterson, 30-year-old gadget player. I just don't see him at 30 years old, being worth more than a Trey Sermon, who's potentially going to get the volume. I don't like Patterson. Cordell Stewart, remember him? Yeah, I was thinking of Jock. That's funny. I don't know why I thought that. I think I answered another question thinking that the individual Sam Patterson was talking about Jock for the Niners. But it still applied. I'm not really big on Cordell. He was a good ad drop. He's good to have on your team if you needed a running back. But I use him as trade bait. I don't know if I feel like Patterson's going to... He could go away just as quickly as he kind of rose up. And he's had a long time to kind of have his day in the sun. And Cordero, Flash, Patterson, he's a gadget guy. I don't know. Smitty, you should throw out the window. Explain that further. That sounds interesting. Mr. Punch coming in late. Sup, Smitty? Sorry I'm late. Work stuff distracting me. It's okay, Mr. Punch. You're welcome to join anytime. We've had a lot of fun so far. Mr. Punch, you know what we're doing now? We're doing this. When you guys decide on a player, we ask, who we sending to the chopper? Get to the chopper. Send him to the chopper. Now, get down. Get down. Send him to the chopper. Get him. Get him in the lineup. Now. I think we got to redo that. Get him in the lineup. Let's pause this. Get him to the chopper. Get him in the lineup. Now. Smitty's probably going, what the? Arnold. We're saving this one as Arnold 2. Arnold 2. Don't worry, I'm not getting rid of the other one in case you like it better. I wouldn't do that to you. I know you guys get used to certain things, but I think Arnold 2 is better. Get him to the chopper. Get him in the lineup now. That's better. I like that one better. Sermon can have a monster game. He could. Both good last pieces on a bench as your final guy. Who are you talking about, pal? Who are you talking about? Okay, I think I've got all the super chats caught up, so let me go back to the voice messages. For those of you that have left voice messages and taken the time out of your day and I haven't got to them all, I'm sorry.
Start one. McKissick, Kenyon Drake, or Pollard.
Or who? Parlor? Who's he saying?
Start one. McKissick, Kenyon Drake, or Pollard.
Who's he saying? Parlor? Somebody translate that for me. Parlor? Somebody tell me what he said. And when you tell me, I'm going to be like, oh. Parker? Devontae Parker? What's he saying?
Start one. McKissick, Kenyon Drake, or Pollard.
Pollard, yes. Stall, I think you're right. Hey, Fernando, did you say Pollard or Parlad? I think you're trying to say Pollard. And if it's Pollard, that's a good question. And I don't know. It's between McKissick and Pollard. I can't even say it like that. Pollard. I'm not trying to.
Start one.
I'm not trying to make fun of the way you say it.
Kenyon Drake or Pollard.
I want to change his name to that. It just rolls off the tongue nicer. Pollard. I can't even do it. Pollard. I can't even do it. I can't even say it. I like it. We'll call him Parlay. That's a great question, Fernando. McKissick or Pollard? Who we sending to the chopper, pals? You guys vote. You're deciding. You're deciding Fernando's fate. Are we sending Pollard? Or are we sending McKissick to the chopper? Vote now in the chat. Go. Parlor or McKissick? Go. Pollard. We got a Pollard. Polaroid, Pollard, McKissick. I got parlay on McKissick. Fernando? First of all, Fernando, you rock. Okay. I hope you didn't take offense to that. Fernando, are you here? Please let me know that you're not taking offense to that. We love how you drop that on us. We like having fun here. And you gave us a whole bunch of enjoyment there. It looks like the consensus is Pollard. Fernando, where are you? I don't see Fernando. Let's send Pollard to the chopper, people. You know what to do. Get him to the chopper. Get him in the lineup now. Get Pollard in your lineup, pal. Hey, Fernando, are you there? Start Pollard. According to the Fantasy Football Show live stream, 146 people in the live. We're going to say put in Parlor. Put him in, pal. And we appreciate you. You're awesome. And the chat wants to say they love your accent. And you just gave Pollard the best nickname ever. We can't even pronounce it the way you did, but that's how we want to know him moving forward, just so you know. I love it. I love it. That was the best call tonight. I don't know. I guess we had a couple good ones.
Hey, Smitty. I'm the CMC owner. My running back 2 is David Montgomery. I got offered Dalvin Cook, Dallas Goedert, and Corey Davis for Travis Kelce, CeeDee Lamb, and Javonte.
What?
Do I take it?
What?
Hey, Smitty. I'm the CMC owner. My running back 2 is David Montgomery. I got offered Dalvin Cook, Dallas Goedert, and Corey Davis for Travis Kelce, CeeDee Lamb, and Javonte. Do I take it?
Okay. Cook, Goddard, Corey Davis for Kelce, Lamb, and Javonte. This side by a mile. I had to write it out though because my brain is fried. But I take this side by quite a bit, I think. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I overreacting to that? I'm seeing hell no, no way, no, no, nope, nope. You guys wouldn't take Kelsey, Javonte, and Lamb for Goddard, Corey Davis, and Goddard? There's no upgrade. You're not wrong. Who's offering that? Keep Kelsey. Okay, so I'm right. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I thought he was getting that. I wasn't quite.
Smitty, I'm the CMC owner. My running back 2 is David Montgomery. I got offered Dalvin.
Okay, yeah, offered. You guys are right in terms of who was getting what, but we're all on the same page. It's Kelsey, Javonte, and Lamb by a landslide. Yeah. We need to have another Arnold phrase. Hold on. Let me stop this. Okay, ready? Don't do it! Get down! Poor Miss Smitty. Don't do it. What else should Arnold be saying? Don't do it! Don't be an idiot! Don't do it! Don't be an idiot! Don't trade him! Don't do it! Get down! No. Don't make that trade, pal. Mr. B says, should I trade Elijah Moore for Dalvin Cook? Sure, pal. Fix camera angle. Why? What is wrong with the camera, pal? I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Punch says they tried to anchor with Cook and rip him off. That's true, pal. They tried to anchor that stuff. They tried to anchor it. Come on, Smitty. Come on, what? Oh, come on. Come with me if you want to. Oh. Yeah, good one. Let's see. Come with me if you want to live. Hold on.
Come with me if you want.
Oh, God, that's loud. Damn it.
If you want to live.
Get down. That was loud. We could have a Mike Tyson.
It's scary. I mean, it's Mike Tyson. You do that trade, I'm going to come over there and bite your ear off. This is Mike Tyson. No, don't do it. I mean, I'm scary. You make that trade, I'm going to call over there.
Cook is a ticking time bomb. But you could go ahead and make sure you cuff him. Here we go. We got another Silver. No, Silver is just giving me air yards. That's right. Let's hear from Silver.
What's the password? Password for entry. You got a password? Hit me with that password, bro.
Hit me with that password, Miss Smitty. Or you want to get into the studio here. You ain't going to get in here. No chance. There's no way you're getting in here without the pass. Oh. Yeah, I'd pay to see him try and keep Miss Smitty out of the studio. Can you imagine? Come with me if you want to win. Okay. We'll do one more and then we got to get to the voicemails. Come with me if you want to win. Get down. Arnold, take 4. Arnold 4. Arnold 4. Come with me if you want to win. Get down. You're sure. Making dreams come true. That's what has wanted. That's all he wanted for Christmas. Tabern's got one more. Oh, 2 more.
What's up, Smitty? You confident in Gibby this week, or should I start Hendy, Sermon, or Javante?
Yeah, Gibby.
12-man PPR. My team is Stafford, Danny Dimes, Monty, Gibson, Devontae Adams, AJ Brown, Higbee, DJ Moore, Hendy, Madison, Sermon, Javante, and Jamar Chase. Do I make any moves or just kind of stay put?
Oh, dude, that's all. You expect me to retain all that, Tabern? Come on, pal. I can't write all that down. That's like Tabern's reading his will on the voicemail. That's just too much, pal.
Yo, Schmitty. Who should I
Hey, Schmitty.
Yo, Schmitty. Who should I
Hey, Schmitty, what's your...
Who should I start at the flex? Kenny G, Kareem Hunt, Tyler Boyd, Waddle, or Fournette?
Oh, Kareem Hunt, man. I mean, anything can happen, Austin, but, I mean, that's it. You got to do that, pal. Check Super Chat. Christian, did I miss your question? If I didn't, would you please leave me a voicemail right now, and we will put it on the show, and I'll answer it. But I think I got to all the Super Chats, but if I missed it, pal, please leave a voice message right now after the tone. Get down! If he's not watching, he's like, what the hell did he just say to me? Leave the notebooks at home, Bubba. Did I miss a super chat? I did. I missed a couple. You better not take that trade, says Mr. Punch. I guess nobody wants Mike Tyson on the show, though. Unless I missed it. If anybody liked that one. Chat this one for Silver. Attaboy. Joel. We could do a Heisenberg. Say my name. You're damn right. Say Dalvin's name. Every time we give someone the start at bench vice, should I go with Javante or I don't know, Fournette? Say Javante's name. Say it. You're damn right. Tex, Fant, Godwin, worth a start this week, or suggestions? Fant or Godwin? I mean, you can't say Godwin, pal. Godwin's a top 10 to 15 wide receiver. You can't. What's up, D2W Stu? Good morning. It's evening for me, pal. It's 11:21 p.m. my time. But I appreciate you being here for your morning. Why does Smitty sound just like him? Say his name. Damn it, Jesse. Let's cook. Let's Dalvin cook. Check Heisenberg. I'm the one who trades. You think that of me? If I don't show up to work, the fantasy industry goes belly up, and you think that of me? I'm not the one. What does he say? I'm the one who trades. Tyler.
I just traded Antonio Gibson for AJ Brown. My roster is now Najee Harris, Herbert, Trey Sermon, Devontae Adams, CeeDee Lamb, Kyle Pitts,
A.J. Brown, and Jamal Williams on the bench.
I don't mind that. I mean, you made a trade for a very safe player, and you're gonna gamble with your running back too. I'm fine with that. I just told you I'd start McKissick and go that route. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not scared of it. James is unnecessary trade. It could be, but depends how much faith you have in A.J. Brown.
Hey, Smitty, would you rather start Teddy Bridgewater versus the Jets this week or Derek Carr versus Miami this week?
Neither, pal. You think that of me, then I'm going to give you an answer on who to start. You think you're going to get an audio clip out of me where I'm going to say start Bridgewater? You're damn right. Start Carr, but come on. We got to upgrade that for you, pal. Matthew. Josh. What are we doing? Morse code? Hey.
Hey, Schmitty, would you
Hey, Schmitty.
trade Jonathan Taylor and Calvin Ridley for Nick Chubb and Justin Jefferson in full PPR?
Jonathan Taylor and Calvin Ridley for Justin Jefferson.
Schmitty, would you trade Jonathan Taylor and Calvin Ridley for Nick Chubb and Justin Jefferson
I mean,
in full PPR?
That's like an even Steven type trade. I lean Chubb and Justin Jefferson. But it's only because I'm worried about JT more than I'm worried about Chubb staying healthy or anything. You got to get Chubb in his current state, and JJ and Ridley wash that, and then JT, a lot of risk there. I don't like JT's situation right now. Get down. You think fantasy football is your alley? You merely adopted it. I was born in it. Ziggy, studio off. I was merely. Well, let me read this. You think fantasy is your ally? You merely adopted it. I was born in it. There we go. We got the vein going. Ziggy, studio on. You think Calvin Ridley's your ally? Justin Jefferson was born in it, molded by it. Mr. Punch dropping the great idea. Am I ready for Saquon season? You think Saquon was born to be healthy? I don't think so. I think Saquon's in for a long year, pal. I think Saquon is on his way, to be honest. But he's still got to stay healthy, pal. I don't think Saquon's showing me nothing to get excited about. Like, if you think Saquon's going to be healthy and not get hurt, not have some kind of setback or, some kind of compensation-related injury, Achilles, groin, hamstring, another knee injury, oftentimes can cause some kind of, other injury because of that ACL. If he avoids all that, his situation is not great. He's in an offense that doesn't check down. He's in an offense where Danny Dimes is going to run for 6 yards, not dump it off for Barkley to run. Like, Barkley's going to be hard-pressed to get 35, 40 receptions, let alone the 90 that, makes him a top 5 running back. I don't think it's Saquon's season, pal. Don't accept trades in my league unless you're vaccinated, says Scott. I don't know what's going on there. I don't get it. I don't get what's going on. Bane voice, you think... What's this Bane voice? You think you are trading. You feel like you're in charge. You think you are trading. Do you feel like you are in charge? What I do for you guys?
You think you're trading. Do you feel like you're in charge?
I don't know. Is that a line from there? It kind of sounds familiar. Pittman, James White, or Kirk at flex? Pittman, James White, or Kirk at flex? Probably James White, pal. PPR work. Thoughts on Jock? Well, apparently Jock thinks Smitty thinks Jock is Cordero Patterson. But either way, it doesn't really change any of the advice I've given tonight. But I've been mixing them up for some reason. I don't know why. Patterson and Patrick, very different names, but I'm definitely tired. Oh, voicemails, yeah. We're still doing voicemails. Smitty, I'm gonna remember this, and you are gonna take a lap. For Barkley, I'd gladly take a lap if Barkley does it all year. If Barkley comes out and has a 100-yard game next week and 1 touchdown, don't come in here and be like, "Oh, you're taking your lap, Smitty." I told you you were born in the dark, Smitty. Mr. Punch and Joel dropping more supers. You know, you drop a super, I'll do it for you. It's fine. We'll wake up, Miss Smitty. It's okay. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my fantasy football team.
And I will strike down upon thee with a great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my fantasy football team.
Let's hit that ringtone, bro. Oh. Bane would probably be better president than Biden, says Scott. You know the thing. You know the thing. I love how I'm not gonna go political. We can't do that. We can't do that. There's no politics here. You know the thing. But I think he could give advice, like fantasy advice. Like here's fantasy advice from our press. Oh God, I don't know if I should do this. Here's fantasy advice from our president. Ready? I'd sell Bark. You know the Dylan or Michelle. You know the thing. Start the guy. Put him in. You know the guy. Put him in. That's advice from our president. Dylan, Michelle, put him in. Put the guy in. You know the thing. He's on the field. The thing with the ball. Put him in. He's got the. Bane, the dude, was basically almost nuked Gotham City. Schmitty's impersonation of Biden. You know the deal. Oh. Make sure he's. Let's see. Need aviators for that impression. I don't have aviators. I don't want to get political. I'm not saying anything politically charged. Just that, Biden's got a delivery approach that I think would be funny for fantasy. That's all. Who would you trade Cook for? JT? I mean, JT and what? You trade Cook for JT and like DK, JT and Justin Jefferson, JT and AJ Brown, JT and something big. Absolutely. Yes, we remember the movie. I do remember the movie. Check your voicemails. Okay, here we go.
Yo, Schmitty.
Schmitty.
Should I,
Oh, I've already checked this one. That was Austin. Here's Alec.
Hey, Smitty, love the show. Just wanted to ask. I need 2 out of the 3 to start. I have Cortland Sutton, Marvin Jones Jr., and Sterling Shepard. Which 2 do you think I should start out of the 3 this week? And do you think I should play Mike Davis, Myles Gaskin, or Cordell Patterson as my RB2?
We call him Jock. What do you guys think on that one?
Hey, Smitty, love
Sutton.
the show. Just wanted to ask. I need 2 out of the 3 to start. I have Cortland Sutton, Marvin Jones Jr., and Sterling Shepard.
So Shepard and Sutton for me. Am I wrong? Are we sending Sutton and Shepard to the chopper? And then Mike
Which 2 do you think I should
Davis
start out of the 3 this week? And do you think I should play Mike Davis, Myles Gaskin,
Okay.
or Cordell Patterson?
So Cordell, a.k.a. Jock, Myles Gaskin, or Mike Davis. I think Sutton and Shepard we're sending to the chopper. That's on lock.
Come with me if you want to win.
No, wrong one.
Don't do it.
No, wrong one.
Get him to the chopper. Get him in the lineup.
Yeah.
Now.
Do that. Shepard and Sutton. And then I want to say Mike Davis probably, but I like Gaskin a little bit, pal. Mike Davis, Shepard, Sutton, Shepard, Sutton, Sutton, Shepard, Sutton, Shepard, Gaskin. I'm going to go Gaskin. I'm going to change my tune. I like Mike Davis a little this week, but I want to see Mike Davis do it. I think Gaskin, maybe they shake it up and somehow they use the running back.
Smitty, should I trade Drake and Roberto Woods for AJ Brown?
Drake and Robert Woods for A.J. Brown? Did you just ask me that, James?
Should I trade Drake and Roberto Woods?
Roberto Woods?
A.J. Brown.
Yes, I would make that trade if you want to win. If you want to win, pal. Roberto Woods and Drake? You kidding me? Take A.J. Brown and run. Do it. Do it now. Do it. Do it now. Send him to the chopper. Like, you kidding me? Roberto Trees? Roberto Trees? It's not Drake. Drake's nothing. That's a drop. You're trading Roberto Trees for AJ Biggity Brown, pal. AJ Brown. Holy smokes. Roberto Trees. Oh. My God. Good Lord. What's it coming to? What's it coming to when you need Arnold to tell you to trade Roberto Trees and Drake for AJ Brown? Roberto Trees. It's late. I've been live for 2 hours and 9 minutes. All right. I think we're going to do, Joel, I'll do it right here. I'm not going to plug the phone in. Love your show, man. Could use your help. PPR in the flex. Pick one sermon. Can only handle so much music. KJ Osborne or Peyton Barber? Probably Sermon, pal. And Ro, I appreciate your super chat, pal. I'm going to go with Sermon. Yeah, Sermon. That's an easy call. I mean, as long as he doesn't suffer a setback. When it comes to fantasy football, 60% of the time I win every time, says Mr. Punch. I think I got all the super chats covered. I think we're all caught up. That's going to do it. Smitty just got us voicemail. Live it. Live it? Love it? Do you mean love it? I don't know, James. That's all I needed, bro. Now I can sleep. But Smitty. Joel with the super. Thank you, Joel. I got Ro. I think we're good. That should do it. That's all she wrote for tonight. I will see you all tomorrow. I don't think I will be going live unless there's breaking news or something. You know, if there is any breaking news, of course I will jump on live. But I will be live tomorrow night, midnight Eastern. Join me midnight Eastern. Waddy wants his voicemail. Let me check your voicemail, pal. Waddy? Waddy. Okay, Wadham. Let me look for Wadhams. Wadhams. Here we go. What? I'm not saying that in a Mike Tyson voice. Good Lord. Oh, Waddy. Thanks, Waddy. I appreciate that. Appreciate that voicemail. Last one.
Jones on Sunday, and
Awesome.
at flex I have Mixon. I was wondering if you would start Alexander Madison if Cooks gets ruled out because of the tough matchup against Pittsburgh for Mixon.
Oh man, if Cook gets ruled out, Mixon.
Yeah, Austin Eckler and Aaron Jones on Sunday.
Yeah, Mixon. I mean, you can't. You can make a trade maybe, but you can't sit Austin Eckler, Aaron Jones, or Mixon. I don't think so. I mean, Madison would be tempting, but you can't. You can't sit your studs, and Mixon's a stud. Like, regardless of, you know, worry about him or whatever, you know, you got to start him. See you tomorrow night. Deuces, says Mr. Punch. I'm out of here. Say my name. You damn